Hi everyone. Nothing too crazy going on in this video. We're just gonna do a little like craft with me chit chat kind of a deal. It's cold, it's rainy in California. This is like our worst day that we've had in a really long time, and I'm kind of just bored of being inside. Normally I have like 1,001 things to do, but today I've kind of just put it off because the weather is so bad. There's like parts of the city that normally don't flood that are flooded, and this morning my phone went off several times with, you know, like flood alert, you know, the national like weather alert thing. So yeah, things are pretty bad out there. So I did what I had to do, and now I just gonna stay home. So I figured let's do a little chit chat, because I remember I had said I was going to do a like little chatty video talking about my Disney cruise, and I have not done that yet. So I figured let's get that done today, and then I could do some crafting. So I just got these little tubies from Teresa. We are memory keeper ones. So I figured let's take the sequence mix that I made the other day and let's fill these on up. So how's the weather in your guys' area? Are you guys having any kind of crazy weather? Oh, so yeah, like wildness here. So my cruise, let's see. If you don't know, I was gone basically all of December, pretty much, it felt like. So we did a 2-week Disney cruise, which was amazing. It was actually my mother's birthday gift for her 60th birthday. Her birthday was in June, but one of the family bucket list item was to go on the Panama Canal cruise. So that's what she asked for. So that's what we did, and it sailed in December. So we did it through Disney, and our cabin was a cabin that has a porthole. So you can have like, you know, large window to look outside into the ocean. So it left out of San Diego, which is where I'm from. So that was really nice and easy. And I was like, okay, this is going, you know, to be great. This was our 16th cruise. You know, no biggie. We're, you know, experts at cruising. Not really, but, you know, we know what to expect as far as like water and stuff. Or so I thought. So we're on the cruise, and I personally have never gotten seasick. I've never had to take, you know, the Dramamine or any kind of motion sickness medication. I've always been fine, no problems. And this time that was not the case. So day one, it's so funny looking back. I'm like, the only pictures I took day one was right before you get on the ship. When you're at the cruise terminal, they'll ask you like, do you want to go take a photo? And I bought the photo package. I normally buy them for our Disney cruises. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do our photo package photo. So we did it at the cruise terminal. And that was the only picture we took the entire first day. So once we got on the ship, we went to lunch, which is standard what we always do. We go and we eat. And then we got to our cabin. And then by that time, some of our luggage had arrived. So since we were going to be on the cruise for 2 weeks, I was like, we are unpacking everything. We're not going to live out of the suitcase. So as I started to unpack, you know, another bag would show up, another bag would show up slowly. So that was nice. And then when we go on vacation, I always take decorations. So since this was Christmas and such a long cruise, you know, I definitely brought all of our Christmas decorations, and I've used them before in the past when we did a 7-day Disney cruise. So I just had barely like a few new items to include in that. So we put up our decorations, then it was time for dinner, and then, you know, come back from dinner, we did a little bit more unpacking, and then it was time for the show. So they have a show basically every night. It might be a Disney theme show, or there was like singers that came on. There was like a ventriloquist guy that came on, and you know, so there's like a show every day after dinner, whether it's Disney or a variety show. So the first night was a Disney one, so we went to go see the show. Then we got back, and you know, I was just tired. It had already been, you know, a long day, so we went to bed. So yeah, we didn't do anything day one. Oh, and on day one, I'm the type that I have sleeping problems anyways, but when I am hot, I definitely cannot sleep. So I did call and tell them like, hey, my room is really hot. Is there anything you guys can do about it? And they're like, we'll send somebody. So, long story short, the first 3 nights I did not sleep. First 3 days, basically, I did not sleep. I did not sleep well at all, if I was able to sleep. So by day 4, I was like crabby. So day 2 and 3, you know, we did activities, we took pictures, and then they sent somebody finally to change the filter of the air conditioning in our room, because I had complained every day about being hot. And then they changed it at night when we were at dinner. And then the next morning I woke up and I had to call them, and I was like, my wall is leaking. I got a little waterfall in my room. Can you send somebody? So apparently when they turned the air conditioning off and they changed the filter for the air conditioning, there is some kind of like drainage hose, and that came undone, so it was leaking into our room. So that was pretty interesting. So it's sad though, because they fixed the filter, and that night it was cold. With the hose being broken, it was cold. The room was amazing. It wasn't like cold, but it was cooler, so it was great. I slept. Finally, I was able to sleep. And then we had the little water situation, and then it went back to being hot. And I would call and be like, it's hot, can you guys come fix it? They would send somebody, they would check the temperature of the room. You know what? It is warmer than what it should be. You know, they were like, keep your curtains closed, keep, you know, the bathroom door closed, keep it, you know, try to keep it as tight as possible to keep all the cold air in. And it was just not a good time. So after that, I had a horrible time sleeping for the rest of the cruise, because I got one cool night, and that was it out of the whole trip. So on day 4, I ended up getting seasick. My mom and I were seasick that we slept through dinner. We have never ever missed dinner. Like, that is something that we always try to make sure we do, is go to dinner as a family. You know, if we're off doing separate things, you know, we meet up for dinner for family time. Like, we've never missed. Well, all 3 of us fell asleep. Even Sunny fell asleep. We all fell asleep and we missed dinner. So that's just how tired we were, and me not sleeping and tossing and turning. And so that was a first for us. That was interesting. Now, I did not know that, because I figured we were late, we wouldn't be able to get any dinner. So I just called room service and ordered room service. And then later on, I found out that they were like, no, you should have just come, you know. They sometimes do shows at dinner, so they're like, no, as long as there's not a show, you could have definitely come and shown up. So I didn't know that, so lesson learned for that one. So yeah, that was my sleeping adventure. I hardly slept on the cruise because I was just uncomfortable and warm the whole time. And then Mom and I were seasick for, let's see, I was seasick really bad for like 3 days. We were having 25-foot swells, they said. So yeah, we've never encountered that before. And while we were seasick, Sunny was fine. Surprisingly, he was fine, no problem. And then we were just so looking forward to like being able to like get off when we got to port, and just getting like a little bit of a break. So we've done our normal ports of like Cabo, Puerto Vallarta. So we already knew what we wanted to do there because we had been there before. But a new port to us was Colombia. And at Colombia, everybody told us not to get off. Our wait staff, and, you know, you make friends with, you know, the crew, and they're like, no, don't get off. You know, it's just you 2 women, you know, and Sunny, just, you know, stay on board, you know, stay in the little port area. If you're going to get off, you know, don't go far. Stay, you know, close to the ship. So when we travel, we're usually not afraid, and we'll go, you know, like we've stayed a month in Mexico, and, you know, no problem, you know, we're going to go, and, you know, we're going to just be aware and, you know, just be careful. So when we got to Colombia, okay, I do not like birds. I was attacked by a bird as a child. I do not like birds. When you get off in Colombia, it's like a mini zoo, I guess you would call it. It is gorgeous. It is so, so pretty. They had peacocks, flamingos, parrots, bunnies. We saw a deer. There was an anteater somewhere, but we didn't see the anteater. Monkeys. There was little monkeys. So when I print out my photos and I do my album, you'll see all of these pictures. So it was gorgeous. For me, not being a bird person, I loved it. It is by far my most favorite port that I have ever been to. It was beautiful, but after a few minutes, and then those parrots get kind of aggressive because they want you to feed them. So like, I think after like 10 minutes, I was like, I am done. I am out of here. Like, these birds are getting too close and like too aggressive. I saw them like picking at other people. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm out of here. So we were just going to like go out to the like street just to, you know, go for a little walk and like get some air. And we decided to take a tour because we ended up meeting over by the taxis. You know, they have like little tour people like, oh, come on a tour with us, you know, and we'll take you around the city, blah, blah, blah. We've done them before in other ports as well. So we went ahead and we decided, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it. So they said, you know, it could be like 4 hours long. Well, we're very quick, you know, with my mom not being able to walk very much, and it was hot. It was, I think, 115 that day. By the time we got back to the boat at like 1:30, we were like done because of the heat. We're like, no, we're over it. So I think we did like 2.5 hours, and it was supposed to be like a 4-hour tour, but we were like fast. Like, they're like, okay, come here to go shopping. We got off, we did shopping at 2 stores, and we were like, okay, let's go back. And then like, here's the little fort, you know, come take pictures. We did pictures of the fort, and then like we were done and we were like back. So even the girl that was like our little tour guide, she's like, wow, you guys are like really fast. And she was trying to encourage us, like, do you want to see more? Do you want to take pictures? We're like, nope, we're good. Like, let's keep it moving. So yeah, absolutely loved Colombia. It was gorgeous. And you know, we weren't too sure about it because we had so many people tell us, like, don't wander off by yourselves. Like, it's not safe. Even the girl that was our tour guide even told us, like, don't talk to anybody. Stay by us, or stay by me. You know, stay together. You know, watch your purse. Keep it in front of you. And, you know, I have a habit of sticking my phone in my back pocket of my jeans, and she would take it out of my back pocket and be like, you see how easy it is to take off with your phone? Like, I told you not to leave it back there. And I'm like, it's a habit. I'm sorry, you know? So yeah, like, I felt really safe and comfortable with her, and I never felt uncomfortable or threatened at any time, like the way everybody was trying to make it seem. Like, even the crew was like, oh no, we don't get down there. And it was fine. I was like, if it's so dangerous, why do they even stop there? You know, so that's why I was like, let's just go ahead and go take a tour. And no, we were fine. So that was really fun. I really loved that we, you know, decided to not be scared and get off and go, you know, around and take a little adventure. So I'm really, really happy that we did that. And let's see what else. So we got to the Panama Canal to go through the locks, and you don't get down there. It's just the process of going through the locks. And when I had booked this, they were going through the old locks. So when I book with Disney, I book like 2 years in advance, because the sooner you book, that's when the prices are going to be the cheapest. So you just put a down payment and then you pay it as you like. So what I do is I put the down payment, I factor in, you know, how much time I have, and then, you know, I'll divide that. So I figure out like what my monthly payment's going to be, and then I make it like a bill. So that's how I'm able to travel so much with Disney is, you know, I do kind of like a little payment plan, and, you know, once I have one cruise paid off, then, you know, it's easier for me to pay off another one. So it just works for us that way. And, So when I had booked this, they were only going through the old locks. Well, apparently they finished this new set of locks, and that's the set of locks we went through. So that was kind of sad. You know, I was expecting to go through the old locks where you were able to go to the open decks and reach over, because there's only like a 2-foot clearance between the boat and the wall, and you're able to reach over and touch the wall if you were tall enough. So that's what I was expecting, and it wasn't like that. So that was a little, you know, sad that we were going through the new one, because the new one has like a 40-foot clearance on either side. So that was kind of bummed out about, because it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but it was still really fun to go through. And for that one, we got to like the area of where a port agent gets on at 4 a.m. in the morning. And I woke up because, like I said, I'm already a light sleeper. I was already having problems sleeping, and I heard the boat turn off. You know, like you could hear like the engine's not like rumbling anymore. So I got up and I'm like, oh, we must be here. So I got up and I went up on deck at 4 a.m. and people were already at the front of the boat in their spots. I was so mind blown that at 4 a.m. people had already staked out their spots and were camping out at the front of the ship so that they can see us going through the locks. So we ended up not going through the locks until 6 a.m. and which, oh my gosh, we went through so many time changes. That was the other thing that really messed me up in my sleeping, is all the different time changes. Now, when you are on the ship, I don't know how it works with other cruise lines because I haven't traveled with anybody else, only through Disney. They tell you you need to stick to ship time, not whatever time is on your phone. So, you know, it was 6 a.m. our ship time, but it was technically 3 a.m. California time, which is where I'm from. So, you know, if I was up at 4, what time was that? I don't know, what's 1 a.m. California time. So yeah, my sleeping was just all over the place and just really bad. So we went and we had breakfast at 6 a.m. ship time, which was 3 a.m. California time. And it's so funny because Sunny Boy had done a birthday bucket list last year for his 21st birthday, and one of the things was he wanted to get up at 3 a.m. and do a random breakfast trip. I don't know why he picked 3 a.m., but he did. So I asked him, like, well, does this count as a 3 a.m. breakfast run? And he's like, sure, we'll count it. So I thought that was funny that, you know, we got to do that when it wasn't, you know, planned or anything. So that was, you know, fun little check it off the bucket list there. So yeah, going through the locks was interesting. So I knew we went through the locks, then we were in a lake, and then we went through a set of locks. Okay, well, in California, I don't really have lakes by me. I have the ocean by me. So when we went through the first set of locks, I went down. I think I fell asleep for like an hour, which is basically what I was doing. I was like napping for like an hour, and then, you know, maybe getting like 3 hours of sleep like at nighttime technically. So when I took like a little hour nap, and then when I woke up, I was like, oh, did I miss it? Are we done? Like, did we get through the locks? Like, you know, both sets of locks. I was so confused because they said it was going to take all day long, that we weren't going to get done and out of there till like 2 p.m. So I was really confused about like why it looked like we were in open water. Although I did see like shipping containers every once in a while, and I was able to see like land. Well, this lake that they call it is huge. So it took a long time for us to get through that to get to the next set of locks. So I'm like, okay, this is not like a lake. Like, this is huge, right? So that was really interesting to me. I didn't, you know, expect that, because to me, in my mind, when they said lake, like I thought something small, like that you would get through in like 30 minutes. I didn't know it would take, you know, well over an hour, you know. So that was really interesting and fun to me. So I did really like it. I definitely want to do it again and hopefully not get seasick. So by the time we were done being seasick, Sunny Boy was sick. So that was a whole issue too, because if you don't know, Sunny is autistic. So he doesn't always express, you know, how he's feeling or what's going on. So I don't even know if he knows sometimes, you know. So yeah, that was kind of rough. I could just tell by his face and, you know, how he was eating that he wasn't, you know, feeling well. And he did get sick one day at dinner where I had to like rush him out, you know, because it was just too much, and, you know, it was a mess with that. So yeah, my poor Sonny, I wish he would be able to communicate better, you know, how he's feeling and like what's going on. So that was pretty much it. We loved our cruise. Like I said, I definitely want to go ahead and do it again, and then hopefully not be sick, because we were sick for several days. And it's so funny, when I print the photos and I do my little scrapbook album, I'll show you guys, you can tell the days that I was sick, because when you go to dinner, they take your photos, and they didn't do it every night, which is kind of sad about it. I wish they did. But you can tell that I was sick because I'm there with like no makeup on and I just look like a mess. And then another day you can tell that I was still sick because I didn't even do Sunny Boy's hair that day. So his mohawk was just like wild. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Sunny. I'm like, and he's like, it's okay, Mom, you were sick, you know? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, looking back at the photos, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even, you know, think to do your hair. And I'm like, you should have told me. And he's like, no, you were sick. It's okay, you know. Oh my gosh. So yeah, looking back, it's funny, and it's just like a nice little memory that we can have of all the craziness that we went through. So once we got done with our cruise, we ended up in Texas. It left us over in Galveston, so we did a few days afterwards in Texas, which I ended up loving. Texas. I had such a great time. The people were super nice, super friendly. I was just loving my time in Texas. So once we got into Texas, we went from Galveston to San Antonio. So I rented a car and I drove all the way over there, which took, you know, several hours. And then once we got there, I was out, because I was finally in a room with working air conditioning, that I turned on that air conditioning and I was out. So we got off the ship at 9. Oh my gosh, getting an Uber was a mess. So that took an hour just to get the Uber guy to take us to the nearest airport, which was an hour away. Then I got the car, and then I had to drive, I think like 4 hours it might have been at that point, but we did stop to eat. So by the time we got to the room, I just got everything out of the car. I was out. I didn't wake up until like 9. And then I was like, okay, let's go eat. And thank goodness there was like a Denny's in our parking lot. So we went to go eat. And then we, the next day we went to the San Antonio River Walk, which was so nice. That was something on our family bucket list, to go see all the lights. And we did the little like river cruise. That was so cute. I love that. I'm so happy that we ended up doing that. So it was just, overall, it was a really, really great trip. Even with getting sick, I 1000% would definitely do it again. And we just had a really good time. We love going on vacation. We love our quality family time. It was just so much fun. And then recently here, I had hit 9,000 subscribers. And I keep meaning to want to do a giveaway, so I am going to take the opportunity to do that in this video. So if you've stuck it out with me this far, you're amazing, because I just saw where I'm like 20 minutes in and I haven't even made anything. Like, look, that's all I've done. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing for sticking this out with me. So I want to do a little subscriber giveaway for you guys for helping me get to 9,000. Let's see, October 1st is my anniversary on YouTube. I will be on for 4 years, so I'm hoping that I could get to 10K by my anniversary. That'd be amazing. So for this giveaway for my 9K, today is Monday. Yeah, I'll put this up today. It's kind of late in the day, but I'll put it up today. So today is Monday, and we will pick a winner. Let's see, I'm busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, tomorrow's Tuesday, that's Tuesday. Okay, we'll do Wednesday, Pizza Wednesday. I will close this giveaway down, and Pizza Wednesday, comment pizza. Anything with the word pizza, comment down below with the word pizza, so that way I know that you guys watch this video and you are interested in joining this giveaway. So this is going to be for US only, because I'm going to do a package. So I'm sorry for my international people. It's just too expensive to ship. So yeah, US only, 18 and older, be a subscriber, comment down below using the word pizza, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So I have some stamp sets that I am not going to use, so I'll go ahead and I'll pull those out, and then in the announcement video I'll show you guys what that looks like. So yeah, you guys, just thank you guys so much for being a part of my crafty journey and being a part of my crafty family, and comment down below the word pizza, and like I said, be in the US, 18 and older, and comment pizza, and you will be entered. And I just want to thank you guys so much for all your love and support. And okay, we'll wrap that up here because I've taken enough of your guys' time. All right, bye guys.